Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, there's a lot of moving parts in the heavyweight division at this moment in time. You know, we have the Joshua Usyk fight, the rematch at the time we shoot this video. You know, you got Tyson Fury, who is basically, faking retirements, trying to, play mind games and get leverage and stuff like that. You got Filip Hrgovic fighting in an IBF final eliminator that's been long awaited with Zhang Zhilei trying to push his career forward. And you got Joe Joyce taking on Joseph Parker next month in a big fight in September, So with that being said, with that being established, speaking of Joe Joyce ran into none other than the Bronze Bomber himself, Deontay Wilder. And I'm not exactly sure where they're at. I'm not sure if they're in Vegas or what country they're in. I don't know. So someone can let me know where the hell these two ran into each other at. But they did run into each other, and this picture did surface on Instagram today. But what I wanted to talk about in this video was this, okay? So we know Tyson Fury retired. We know that the WBC has given him 2 weeks to make a decision. Now, I fully anticipate that the WBC will find a unique way to allow Fury to hold the belt and do whatever the hell he wants because it's the WBC. But in the event that the WBC strips Tyson Fury, which they should, I don't know why. I just had this feeling that the Deontay Wilder fight with Robert Helenius that's supposedly supposed to take place on October 15th. I have a feeling, people. Your boy BT has a feeling that they're going to basically allow Deontay Wilder to fight for the title against Helenius. I really believe that. Why? Because I know how these sanctioning bodies think. If you've been somebody who's held their title, and even more so if you've been someone like Wilder who's held their title for a prolonged period of time, you have standing within the ranking organization. You have standing within the sanctioning body, and they'll be more likely to give you the opportunity to do whatever it is you want and fight for a title in a fight that really shouldn't be a title fight. So why is first of all, for those that know and don't know, Deontay Wilder, he's ranked #1 in the WBC rankings. Why on God's green earth is a guy in Wilder? I'm not trying to throw salt on the guy because he's been great for boxing. There's no dispute in that. He's giving his highlight reel knockout after highlight reel knockout. If there's one thing Deontay Wilder has done that he said he was going to do, is he's brought the excitement back to the heavyweight division and in boxing at large. That there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But let's just remove the name for a second, because I know we might have some Wilder fans watching this video. If a fighter hadn't won a boxing match in 3 years, if he's coming off of 2 straight knockout losses, if he's coming off of 3 fights in which he hadn't won a fight, he hasn't won a fight since 2019. He hasn't won a fight since pandemic, all right? If a guy had gone that long at the championship level without winning a fight, would that guy warrant being the #1 contender in a ranking organization? And the answer, if anybody could be honest with themselves, is no. So Deontay Wilder shouldn't be ranked #1 in the WBC rankings. But I'll say this, and I'm gonna say it like this: if the WBC want to strip Tyson Fury, okay, they want to strip Tyson Fury, they should. And you know what? Make Wilder versus Helenius a title fight if you want. But I'm gonna tell you guys this: if Joe Joyce beats Joseph Parker, or if Joseph Parker, however that fight shakes out, I feel like they should allow Wilder to fight for the title if they want to use it as a business opportunity to give a guy that they like a chance to win a title in a fight he should win against a guy that was a sparring partner who, all respect to Helenius, he's a credible heavyweight, but he will go in as an underdog against Wilder. If they want to give Deontay Wilder the chance to become 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, then go ahead and do it. But I'm going to tell you this. As a boxing fan, I would like to see Wilder fight the winner of Parker versus Joe Joyce. If Deontay Wilder got the time to take pictures and selfies and exchange pleasantries and positive energy and positive vibes with Joe Joyce, then guess what? He's got a chance. He's got the time to fight him for the WBC title, all right? Or just in general, because that's a great fight. That I feel like if Wilder's gonna stay active, okay, you're the #1 WBC rated contender. Joe Joyce is the #2 rated WBC contender. So at some point, I believe if he's going to stay in boxing for 2 more fights, that's a fight that should happen because, Joe Joyce is one of the top heavyweights out there. Deontay Wilder is a former heavyweight champion. You know, you have the one punch knockout ways of a Deontay Wilder taking on the juggernaut that is Joe Joyce. You know, with that consistent jab, with that big, wide, strong, 6'6", 260+ pound frame barreling down on top of you, throwing 100+ punches around. I mean, I was at the gym at the Solid Boxing Academy. This guy can throw 114 punches around, and they're not all pity pat punches. So I just think that'd be a great fight for the fans because, you know, Wilder has a great right hand, and he can really get you out of there one punch. Joe Joyce is very hittable. He's not known for his defense, but he's got a great chin, and he's got great durability and great stamina. So if there was ever a fight in the heavyweight division that should be looked into, not just because I want to see it, not just because boxing fans want to see it, but because politically it lines up and makes sense with Wilder somehow, some way being the #1 WBC contender and Joe Joyce being the #2 WBC contender, it just makes all the sense in the world for this fight to be explored in the not so distant future. So listen, I respect Deontay Wilder. I have no ill will towards the guy, other than, like, you know, I used to say a lot about the excuse he was making after the Fury fight. So that's all water under the bridge. I think we should all respect Deontay Wilder for the fight he gave us in the trilogy, and he showed his heart. He showed in those 3 fights that he was what he said he was. He was a guy that was willing to go out on his shield for good, bad, or indifferent, and you respect a man like that, you know. So I respect him for trying to uphold the Warriors code and not going out like no punk. I respect that a lot about him, but he shouldn't be #1 ranked. But if he's gonna be #1 ranked, then you treat him as a #1 ranked contender. You make him fight the #2 guy at some point in Joe Joyce. Because like I said, if you got time to exchange good energy and pleasantries and all that kind of stuff and blessings, then you got time to exchange some hands. So I want to see this fight. Joe Joyce versus Deontay Wilder, 2023. Make it happen, all right? And if not that, then give me if Filip Hrgovic can beat Zhang Zhilei and he become IBF mandatory, because I know Hrgovic is ranked in WBC rankings. Give me Filip Hrgovic versus Deontay Wilder. They know each other. They know each other from the sparring sessions back in the David Haye camp in 2013 when Filip Hrgovic and Wilder were duking it out in the ring. So, you know, Hrgovic versus Wilder, Wilder versus Joyce. You know, these are the kind of fights I really believe that if Wilder's going to stick around, we should be seeing in the heavyweight division sooner rather than later. So all the best to Wilder in his preparation for his upcoming fight, Robert Helenius, because that's going to be a tough fight. Helenius is no pushover. He's no slouch. He's not someone to be overlooked. So he's got to take care of that, and that's not going to be a gimme. But if he can take care of that, then we should be looking at Wilder versus one of the top guys sooner rather than later. But that's the news. I just wanted to come here and kind of spitball that because I saw the picture surface today on Twitter. And I have noticed recently that the WBC has made Wilder the #1 contender in the WBC somehow. So, hey, such is boxing, such is the politics of this sport that we love, but the business that we hate. And that's just what it is. So you guys can leave your comments down below. What do you make of Wilder versus Joe Joyce in the future? And what do you make of maybe Wilder versus Hrgovic or Wilder? Let me know who you would want to see Wilder fight. Let me know all that in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe because we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And I know with your guys' help, we will get there quickly and swiftly. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you guys can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.